We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. For the chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Kene Nwangwu. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Dak going to start out going to the air. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Prescott off play action. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Nwangwu now from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The 40. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Again, Elvin partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. To throw is Cousins. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Complete to Jalen Reagor. It's a gain of 13, but it's third down.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Lambo will put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Prescott down. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. With 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
On third down, it's Prescott. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Another carry now for Madison. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action. Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Hey, kill!
First down, Prescott. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott buying time to his left. Out route to Hill, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
To try again after the sack. Prescott. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 22-yard scamper. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. From the 22, Cousins. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Here's Madison running on first down. And Kelvin Joseph that time in on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On third down, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Cook again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Two minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Cousins to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Now Hill to return it. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Get out there.
Prescott from the gun. Just keeping the play alive. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This will be fielded inside the 5. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. 30, 10, 5, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys! It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Nwangu now from his end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A first down throw for Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And some room to run now.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. On the option, here's Elliott. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Moore able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
But Cook getting the call there on 1st down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he's loose again. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown. Cowboys. That a 92-yard kick return. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 57 yards on the ground for him so far.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, it's Cook again. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1 yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball could bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1 yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2 yard line. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's got some space here. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. And even 50 yards on the ground. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. Up the middle, here's Elliott.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37.
12 more yards there and another first down. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Again, it's Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now. I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On second down, Elliott. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On third down, Elliott. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though this...
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. And in this situation with a lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Team, the Dallas Cowboys, they are going back to the Super Bowl as we sign off and say goodnight, everybody.
The coach here, and welcome to this Ultimate Challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We will begin this challenge in the third quarter with 3 minutes remaining. We're still without a score, tied at 0. But your opponent has the ball at your 40-yard line. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
Wow, that ball is not free,
Here we go.
but a teammate scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them all.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another Ultimate Challenge on EA Sports.
And now the Falcons on a 1st and 10 getting ready to go on offense. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons.
Cooper Kupp,
45 yards.
and the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach. Let's send it down to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis for the call.
Challenge begins in the second quarter with 3 minutes to go. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. You have the ball on your own 20-yard line. As we get set here, 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons.
Cooper Kupp,
An 80-yard touchdown.
and the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Nice job there getting the win.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm the Coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Now let's hit Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
Thank you, Coach. So for this challenge, we're in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes to go. We're still without a score, tied at 0. Your opponent has the ball right at midfield, and it's 1st and 10. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Two minutes left to go. This one surprisingly still scoreless. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down. You've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
Yeah, Sanders now to return. There he goes left side. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return. And they've taken the lead. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an ultimate challenge. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
Coach, we will begin this challenge in the 3rd quarter with 3 minutes remaining. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. But you've driven into opponent territory, 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Cooper Kupp. 35 yards. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now, you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges to receive your reward.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. To finish this out, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we jump into this challenge for the good stuff in the 4th quarter, and we're already at the 2-minute warning. You're trailing by 4. You have the ball on your own 20-yard line, and it's 4th and long. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins.